You are currently timed out from chat. You can chat again in 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Reason from channel mods. They deleted my message as well. Excessive use of caps.
Here we go, round 4 of the
excessive use of caps.
Oceanic Championship 2022.
The fuck?
These players both undefeated. Oh no, not
What the
undefeated.
fuck, bro?
No,
We're getting the standings up in just a second. Looks like we need to update
Oh yes.
Bro, what a fix.
metrics there. But as you said, Bohdan's a very well-known player.
Bohdan,
Ethan,
very well known. Ethan.
Yeah.
Not a name I
man.
recognize, but I mean.
I'm timed out for 9
very
minutes and 12
interested to see
seconds.
what Bohdan has chosen for this tournament.
Fuck you, man. What the fuck?
Those at home will probably have seen
New
him,
bot, time me out.
At Worlds, he played Alphageist, and unfortunately, yeah, he did lose in the final, but.
commendable run, and definitely someone who understands how to analyze a metagame.
Okay, so they're both 2-1. They both really need to win this game
We're shuffling up here.
to give them good tie breaks. Whoever loses,
Yep, standard starter game
if they win out, they're going to struggle to top on 6-2 because some 6-2s will miss out. So you have to win this round, right?
I feel like there's obviously going first has always been quite strong, but with cards like Dark Ruler no more.
Okay, so an
like
8.
Blade
Bohdan will just win this with a 10, bro. Look.
You don't just get
An 8 as well. All right.
Looks like a tie there, both rolling an 8. Ethan now rolling a 3.
Okay. Bohdan, you need to re-roll, mate.
Corporation.
Yeah, I just
The
think
Kyber Corporation dice.
confirming that that is a 1 and not a 6. Now, Bohdan giving it a good roll.
And
Bohdan's
that
a
is
7.
all
All right, so
time.
Bohdan's going first.
So
I'm pretty sure Bohdan's on danger tier element
so interestingly enough, these guys are not undefeated. They are 2-1
okay.
going into this. So this is
against
very,
Spright.
very important.
No, against tier element.
Effectively kind of your,
So
well, you
Ethan's
lose
playing
this
tier
match,
element.
you are now kind of
Yeah, danger tier element, chat. Let's go.
best run.
There we go. So he's revealed a Danger Mothman in hand.
Tier mirror, that's what we got. Let's go. Who guessed that? Who guessed it? Someone guessed it.
Pitching a Zephyros is not a bad way to start.
Tier versus tier. Win more, right?
One of my favorite interactions with the
Oh, no.
Blackwing Zephyros card is you are able to
That's the best
return
hit.
a danger to your
Off-
hand for its
off
effect,
man.
and then use the danger's
Hitting
effect
Zephyros.
again.
As Bohdan has shown us here.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Paying
just
400 a once per duel effect.
Activates Mothman.
yeah.
Hit Sephiroth. Summons Mothman. Draws a
very
card.
amusing. It showcases
Activates
the
Sephiroth
danger
from
effects,
grave. Bounce
at least
back
in
from Mothman to
are
hand.
Not once per turn. You may use them as many times as you have them.
4.
Alright, going for 4 here. Will he hit the danger Mothman? He does
It's
get
that
a
ruler,
Dark
which is
Ruler
fine
and
to
one
hit
card that
because
Bohdan's
it's
probably happy to
useless.
just trade for another card.
Got snow in his hand, we see. Another spell, which is probably another Dark Ruler.
I see
He
Fairy
just drew
Tale Spell in
Desires.
his hand as well. He's drawn every single target you want to send to the graveyard.
I think he just drew Desires, bro.
Not the worst thing though. There are plenty.
Because
of
he's
ways
got
to
snow in
get
his
to the
hand, he's
graveyard.
going to activate it.
Oh, there we go. So he is actually on the runic.
Oh, he's playing Runix.
No,
Cool.
that is Brandon in
Oh,
High
so-
Spirits.
Oh, that is Brandon. Okay,
That is
so
actually
I got
Brandon
that
in
wrong
High
the
Spirits.
first time round. So now we've got it correct. Brandon in High Spirits. Very similar artwork on those cards. Actually.
Yeah. So revealing the Tearlament Hardness. He's sending. That is a D3S Frog. Now,
That's cool.
do you know what Brandon High Spirits does? It's been a while. I don't think this card's ever seen the competitive play.
Hey, branded tier, chat.
Effectively, you can reveal a card.
This
in
is
your hand.
interesting.
Yeah. You can reveal a card in your hand, then send an extra deck monster to the graveyard with 2500 attack, 2000 defense, and a level 8, I believe. Send the revealed monster, then add a monster that lists Fallen of Albaz, so a very complicated card effect. And I believe on the turn that a fusion monster is sent to the graveyard, you can reset it to your field, or at least add it back to your
Yeah,
hand.
so we chose to add Aoi and the Shrouded Dragon there, which is also just a card that can replenish itself.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a little recursive engine in the deck that lets you turn a Tearlament into a fusion monster because you can send an Aqua, send the revealed Tearlament monster, immediately make a Kit Carlos, and then add Albion, which can then cycle for a card. It's pretty cool. And of course, the Brandon and High Spirits act as the target to send with Albion, so you don't have to play any additional branded cards if you do not want to.
So searching merrily here with the Kid Carlos.
So definitely not a tech we have seen a lot of people play, and like we said,
Interesting.
Bohdan is kind of well known for playing, you know, maybe cards that are underrepresented or seeing potential in things that other people's may not.
So yeah, the Shrouded Dragon will send a spell, branded spell or branded card to the graveyard, put itself back on the bottom of the deck.
It
and
probably
allow Bohdan
fixes
to
the
draw a
inconsistency
card.
that danger deck can have at
It's also
times.
noteworthy that you can also summon if you send
Well,
it
when I
from
say
hand as an
inconsistency,
extender. I believe
it-
Albion
it-
is a
it-
dark
it
if you are
fixes
playing
the-
Furious.
There's something that it misses, like the umph, like
It's a multi-purpose
an extra
card for
push,
sure.
which it provides. Oh, stop it,
Here that
Winmore.
Bohdan will attempt to activate Carlos here to get Merly into rotation.
Oh no! He said it again, bro. He said rotation
He
again.
does.
Looks like Ethan discussing with Bohdan something here.
Potentially tracking the life points from Zephyros.
I think he took those.
Come
Yeah, I
on.
think he did.
We need a timer. We need a counter. How many times he said rotation? Right. We should count it.
Two cards in hand.
He's certainly got a lot of them. Activating Sharon.
This got him there early and then summoning itself to mill to send the top 3 cards of the
Main
deck
Super
to the
Poly.
graveyard.
And what a good top 3 to send. I mean, 2
Right.
effects that you may use it.
We obviously are going to see Curious. He's already got Snow in his hand, so he's not going to be sending that. He obviously is. He has to be playing Gizmek.
Especially because in this instance,
He's playing.
you can use the Merly and leave one in graveyard for Carlos if you do want to, which it looks like Bohdan is doing.
No, he's going to make the TCG exclusive to draw a card.
This should go into a Garura, putting 3 dark monsters with different attributes on the field. Or
What is the target with Brandon High Spirits?
different types.
The Fusion,
Mirror, a card that we didn't see a lot in the initial
Des 5 Frog or something. The big one,
well, no,
the big
no,
hideous
it's
frog.
yeah. But seeing how strong it is in a fusion-based deck,
Yeah.
the fact it replaces itself and with a card to draw.
There's
is-
your Shudo.
is immense. Looks like a Destrudo there as well sent to the graveyard.
Yeah, well, it seems like Bohdan didn't draw every card he wants to send to the graveyard, just 2 of them. So that Zephyros looked pretty good when he discarded it off of Danger Mothman, so the Danger's certainly proving their worth here. Going for a Link play.
Plays Griffin. Plays
Something I
double
believe
Sprite.
Sprite Elf.
Sprite Elf.
I mean, really a card
Plays
that I think
double.
has shown up in every match so far.
I
And
believe so.
Yeah, there's cards getting banned, chat.
understand why. The card
Not
is
yet.
very powerful.
This card is going to get banned. Everyone's going to ask for this card to get banned on the following ban list. Not the next one, the following one. Because all the decks are going to abuse it. That's it, Des Frog. D3S Frog.
And, I mean, even just as a card that protects your monsters from targeted effects is, in my opinion, worth
Very
the
good,
card, right?
yeah.
The fact that it can reborn your Tearlament early, get mills during your opponent's turn, that almost feels just like an added benefit on top of that.
So he is paying half his life points here to use the effect of Destrudo.
Yep.
Alpha is such a good card, but it's broken.
So you all know the only life
It's
point that counts
broken.
is the last one, and
It reminds me of Nightmare Goblin.
yeah, Bohdan happy to
Card
spend
is broken.
half of
It needs
76
banning.
just to get another monster
It
on
shouldn't have
the
been
board.
designed. It should have required a Sprite card monster to make with it, not a generic
This
level
Tearlament
2.
deck is so capable of continuing, right? It just has access to so many extenders.
He's
so
Curious.
Many tools. Cards like Curious, the lights one.
So he's going to send Gizmek here, for sure.
Normally send Fairy Tale Snow, which we know is in
Eradicator,
Send
alright,
the
of course.
Eradicator. Main deck, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Wow, we are really seeing the tech today. Bohdan
Oh,
bringing
because
us
he's going to go
a-
Griffin. This is what Jesse did, right?
And sending the top 3 cards from the deck to the graveyard.
Sending a
Even the Rhino Heart.
yeah, has not even used the effective Tearlament Rhinoheart this turn, if I recall. So
Looking at his hand to see if it's worth doing.
Griffin is light. Yeah.
now seeing the Eradicator mill deck,
Griffin is light?
one thing. I believe Bohdan will be
Is
going
it?
for a Nightmare Griffin to set that to his field.
Yeah, Bohdan will have access to Jesse's deck list for sure.
Eradicator Epidemic Virus, a particularly potent card. Very surprised to see it in the main deck.
I mean,
But it's
look at
also an
the
out to Dark Ruler.
Bohdan has made.
Yeah.
Often it can catch people off guard, if they're not.
It's also an out to
prepared
Dark
for
Ruler,
something
chat.
Like that in the main deck, that can just steal games out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's very likely just at 1 copy. Because a card like Curious gives you access to any card you want to send to the graveyard if it resolves.
You're also seeing how many cards this deck can send to the grave.
Yes.
Is absolutely immense.
I think he's probably seen about half his deck at this point. Still going.
Yeah, so he is choosing to use the Rhino Heart effect, special summoning, by sending the Sharon to grave from the hand.
I want to see what he does from this
And
point.
so far content to just sort of sit there with his hand on the table and yeah. Continue play.
There's a lot Bohdan can do, so it's really important that he sequences this correctly. He has to do this correctly, chat.
He has that many spells or traps in his hand. So the
Jake, would you
Eradicator
ever
is
review
scary
viewers'
card,
decks? Yeah, I would. I would do that.
but Still pretty good in the face of also.
Maybe not on today's stream though,
I assume
but
a lot
I am
of
open to
live
doing that on a
votes
future
is
stream.
going to assume here.
So fusion summoning using the Rhino Heart and
Yep. This will be a Collider Heart.
I like this guy. The big one. The big boy. Is that the right
We
zone?
said it before, we were both
Is that the right
big
zone?
fans of this deck. We found it.
You want the other zone, right?
Is super fun to play.
Yeah.
Also super fun to watch.
Is this the right zone?
Yeah, a
Some
lot of
really
things are
cool
happening.
techs here by
Unless you
Bohdan.
put Griffin in the other
This is why I
zone,
thought
pointing to it.
If I were to show up, I would probably play Tearlament. Is look
Yeah.
at this board.
Yeah, I guess it's the right zone.
If you are allowed to do what the deck is allowed to do,
Just remember, Griffin just
you
stops
can
special
really
monsters effect unless they're co-linked.
I mean, Bohdan is showcasing.
Chess is not sharing his list in Latin Niagara. Yes, but Bohdan will have access to his deck list, which means Bohdan's likely playing his deck list.
It can build an entire board of, entire field of link monsters, or leverage really powerful like Seize plays. There's a Nightmare Griffin. Discarding the Fairy Tale Snow. Wow.
That's a nice discard.
I think we have seen every single tech card Tearlament can play here.
Now he's banishing 7 for Snow to make Dweller.
And of course, activating
Dweller?
Fairy Tale Snow here, banishing 7
And Dweller's going to go underneath Alf. Or, no, actually it's going to point to Alf.
Yeah.
So it can't be targeted.
Those spell cards
And it will count as being linked, so it will be able to activate under
Yeah,
Griffin.
they are just food for the Fairy Tale Snow.
overlaid into a rank 4.
Mass V, Jesse was saving his list for Bohdan, not Niagara. I agree. I agree. That's more likely than post Niagara. Was responding to someone above who asked for the list.
I don't hate this. I think Abyss Dweller in the blind when you have
Bohdan and Jesse are boys.
a good board,
So I believe he'll be saving for Bohdan over
quite
Niagara.
because if your opponent
He
does
probably
have
will
a
release it
solution
after Niagara anyway.
to be that effective, you can resolve the Abyss Dweller
Right, so
with standby.
so he needs to stand by. I'm not Dweller yet. Oh, he's saving his Dweller. Oh no, he's waiting for it to resolve.
Is that really a pot of extravagance?
Oh no,
No, it's
sorry,
a
Desire.
pot of
sorry, my
desires,
bad.
yes.
I was wondering why
That
he
would
would
be a
running
gutsy
the,
play.
Foolish
And
Burial,
wildly radical
instant fusion, pot of
Press
desires.
out.
This game would have been very, very
Foolish
different.
Burial, instant fusion, pot of desire.
It's over. It's over. Dweller. It's over. This game would have been so different if
I'm gonna say
Bohdan
that
lost a
was a
roll
fairly
because of
effective
instant
strategy.
fusion of Foolish.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, Dweller's protected by Elf. Exactly, yeah. Can't be targeted.
Right, chaining the Tearlament Harvest to the Abyss Dweller, of course.
Cool. And he's got Snow as well.
Getting what we can into the
Bohdan's just chilling, man. Bohdan knows he's won.
able to activate.
Ethan's just playing. Right.
Now Ethan has
Ethan made a huge mistake, chat. This is what his mistake is. The mistake Ethan made is milling 3 cards from the top of his deck.
would be if he could assemble a way to
In fact, Ethan made a bigger mistake. Did- He didn't only just show 3 random cards from the top of his deck. He should have just scooped on the activation of Eradicator Virus. Don't let it resolve, just scoop. Because you know your desires, your instant fusion, your Foolish Burial is going to the grave. You've got 3 tier element monsters in your hand. And your opponent's got a Dweller, which can activate this turn and the following turn. Okay, now you're milling more cards, revealing more information about your deck list to Bohdan. Okay, this is crazy. You should have scooped.
Yes.
Okay, you could have made the game 2 much more difficult for Bohdan, but really now you've made it much more. You made it much easier. Okay, this is highly incorrect, chat. Okay, you know you're losing against Dweller and against Eradicator. Okay, with Griffin. Let's be real here. Okay. So Ethan messed up, and and you're running down the clock when you both can't afford a draw right now.
Potentially Ethan's
You both can't afford a draw right now, can you? Why can't you afford a draw? You might ask.
Snow. And now he's scooping.
Sorry.
Because
Like I said, I think Ethan's only
you can't afford to go 2-1-1 right now at this point in the tournament.
was to make
Okay?
a Dark the Dark Charmer and try to extend into
Ethan played this
and
poorly.
monetize that, so he's going to try and take off any chance that he has.
Obviously, Bohdan's winning this game with
That
that
was a lot. I
with the
mean,
way he played. Well,
some might say Bohdan didn't
he won the
need
roll.
that to win.
Okay,
The
that's why
Eradicator
he
was
won the game 1.
incredibly effective.
All right,
Seeing a
let's
Eradicator
just cut the shit.
was
He only won game 1
one of the,
that easily because he won the dice roll. However, though, Ethan screwed up. Ethan just didn't scoop. So he played the Brandon engine to draw only. Gave his deck away. Do you expect Runic to show? Bones deck looks like the deck for my deck for Euros. Does it? Honestly, match is over. With the time rules and game 3 Boden starting and milling the bug, it's over. Bug. Chat, you know what the bug is? This is the bug, yeah? The bug.
As an option. Obviously,
Get the bug does?
D3S Frog is
Chat, bug.
pretty fantastic. Seeing a card again, like you say, a card emerge from Yu-Gi-Oh's history and just
When this card is sent to the graveyard, increase your life points
here
by
isn't
1,000.
playable because
It's level
of
4 as well.
specific card text. I like that. But But, I mean, the synergy is there. It puts itself in grave. It is an Aqua monster. You get to send the Tearlament as part of the card effect of Branded High Spirit. So it is effectively...
And Granted the Shrouded Dragon as well.
X2 day 1 because I lost the dice roll to 2 Outlich.
There's no real downside to playing.
No way, man.
What's nice is that
To Outlich.
puts you down 1 card in advantage.
Score more Ladybug, yeah.
Between summoning the Kakalos and
You got that.
Albion, you actually end up going
Fang on you.
You spend Branded High Spirit
Honestly,
and
much so, though,
to get Kakalos on field, plus the Albion draw and the add of Kakalos. That is pretty cool.
Also, as well, like, that's the first.
So now we've got to think about what is Bohdan's side now. Bohdan knows he's going second here, okay? So is he keeping his Eradicator Virus in? No. Okay. What else is he taking out here?
So
What is he putting in? Now, because he's playing Dangers and Branded cards, I reckon he's definitely including Lava Golem in his side deck. And potentially Sphere Mode. So we're going to see at least one of those. Most likely Lava Golem in this game. What else would we like to see here? I reckon we're still likely to see Impermanence, and obviously he's maining Dark Ruler no more, because we saw that in game 1, but most decks are. So I'm going to say Impermanence and Lava Golem we're definitely seeing. Bohdan sides and Gamma and Nib. Does he?
Yes.
Does he though? I don't see a world where you'd side Nib.
You're right. There have definitely been formats where...
No, not Nib, I mean you would side in Gamma. Definitely Nib, I can see Nib for sure. Nib's really good in the mirror match.
I do believe that even against...
The power scale of Tearlaments is insane, I agree. It's crazy.
Against Spright, it shuts off
Chat.
the Ronin totem effects.
My advice to all of you, if you don't know Tearlaments, start learning it because it's going to get really good very soon. There's a new set coming out in November which makes it insane. Okay? It's not going anywhere. And you'll benefit learning it now because if you play it now, your win rate will go up. You'll win more prizes, win more tournaments. And then when the new stuff comes out, you'll be a powerhouse. You'll be a powerhouse. Okay?
Yes, as we said, 2-1.
I wonder what will happen when the issue 2 cards comes out. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're on Gamma Nib. Are they? This is interesting if they are.
Players know that.
Yeah, in 2-ish months, it'll be even better.
No punches.
Can you believe it? So, can you believe that? They'll be even better in 2 months.
Well, that's why we were talking about wanting that undefeated record.
In 2 months, they'll be... Here we go. Good dimensional barrier. Okay, Ethan's going to crush this game.
Trying to work out what that trap card is. The rest of his hand looks like...
It's dimensional barrier, bro.
Harvness,
Or it's trap trick, but it's dimensional barrier, it looks like.
Primitive planet Pearlerino, I believe.
I think Ethan will win this game.
Could be Primeval Planet. I don't know.
That barrier will just lock him for a turn, and then like the following
Field
turn,
spell
he'll
that
crush.
adds a Tearlament monster from deck to hand.
You lost, Jay? Jay, don't worry, man. You're 3-1. You're 3-1, bro. You're 3-1, yeah? You've played half the tournament.
Returns to the
If you
deck
just go 3-1 again in the next 4 rounds, you'll top cut, okay? So chill, relax, don't worry,
but when it does.
don't lose focus. You're 3-1, bro. All right? I got eradicated and rebooted. That's unlucky. That'll happen. That's why Swiss is designed the way it is. There we go. There's draw. Fascinating.
A card that like has dropped out of the form.
I was saying to my friends we should start siding Droll because of how popular Danger Tearlament is.
Well, in favor of Ethan's hand, he does have one of every Tearlament monster, so that Droll is not going to be super effective.
What?
Normally you'd want that Droll to maybe shut Ethan off of access, a card like Merly, but I mean it's turned off that Tearlament Select that he just milled, so...
It is going to be pretty decent. The reason why it's not as good as it usually would be is because Ethan's
But again,
lacking dangers in his hand.
open a hand that has no dangers
And
in it, so
also,
I'm concerned about that.
on the following turn, or Bohdan's following turn, he has Dimensional Barrier to just wait back, right? So Ethan will be able to play on the following turn.
Well,
What do you think will win this tournament, Jake? Rated? That's a good question, bro.
I guess it also shuts down cards like Garuru from just getting a card.
I think the finals will be Tearlaments versus Spright,
Droll definitely a
and
card
I think it'll be exceptionally
as you
close.
said, because it's kind of rotated. or
So,
thinking about it.
Catch you off guard.
if it's the mirror match of Spright and Connor makes the finals, I think he'll win. Connor, who was the feature match of round 2, I reckon he'll run deep. I reckon he'll go top 4.
So notably, Kit Carlos is also allowed
But
to
what will
send
win?
a Tearlament monster from deck to grave, so you are still able to use this effect.
I want to say Tearlaments, but I think Spright will win. Okay. I think Spright will win.
Looks like a dimensional barrier in his hand.
He's just shuffling bottom of the deck. Is
Bottom of the deck is randomized before that happens. So we're going to just use Kit Carlos here.
Okay,
summon
I'm
it
at 8
early,
now.
and then
Don't blame Bohdan giving that a good shuffle.
graveyard.
so 3 for the Merrily and 5 for Carlos.
Sucks to see all these Tearlament Sullocks sent to the graveyard under Droll and Mockbird.
I mean,
I would really love to search up for those.
kind of shows the impact that Droll
See,
had in that.
because I don't see a world where you sided Nib, Gamma, and Draw, bro.
So far, Chuck, Ethan,
So when you say Nib and Gamma, I just
searches.
can't, like, I couldn't, it doesn't make sense to me.
Two of the,
Just doesn't make sense.
Paleozoic Dynamiscus.
Keep going strong, Jay. Yeah, Jay, you got this, bro. Keep it up, man.
Common inclusion in Tearlament decks, as well as
Another
being
Alchemist.
another Atomistic Mind, but very versatile. You know, the fact that it sends from your hand to the graveyard as effect means it triggers your Tearlament monsters. If they're stuck in your hand and you can't get them to the
As
graveyard,
well as giving you the small bonus where you can summon it if the trap card is activated.
yeah, it does come up. It is an Aqua monster.
Ethan's still going to end on a solid board and have Dimensional Barrier to back it up with.
Thinking about what's
Okay?
happening here, normally you probably
That's
would go for the
huge.
Karura.
That's huge.
You won't get the advantage from it, but I mean, it's still.
I think he's just thinking which card he wants to throw away because he's going to link it off with the Merly into a Spright Elf, presumably, and then make an Abyss Dweller.
No, you can make Redoer and then make Curious. You know? Make Redo with level 4s.
There's the Sprite Elf.
Okay, draw a card.
No effect of Karura to draw.
Yep, no effect.
So what
Draw
Bohdan
bird, chat.
has done here is, like, he's
Chat, draw bird, right?
kind of
Okay.
taken away all that
Good job I
extra
spotted that.
advantage that the Tear Element, deck kind of gains.
Well, if you think about it, that one draw has traded for 3 cards now. The card that you would have added off Selleck, the card you would have added off Kit Carlos, and then the card you would have
Draw's
drawn
really good in this
from
matchup.
Karura. So, under that metric,
Pretty sure
might
Jesse
not
used Gamma
be
Draw on his
playing
list. Okay, that's more
Selleck.
believable. Sure,
Like I
that's
said,
definitely
really gonna
believable.
be relevant
Money
here
tier,
is,
top
does Bohdan have
players topping Euros had Nib, Gamma inside.
looks
Gamma
like
to
it's
stop
going to
Dweller,
be
Nib
it's going to
wipes
be
the
a
tier board as
pretty
well.
steep cliff to climb.
Yeah, Bohdan
I'd rather
checking
just have
out very
impermanence and
for,
then Nib,
the end phase.
you know?
Looks like he has drawn, I think, a super polymerization in hand there.
Yeah. We did not get a great look at that trap card, so I cannot confirm that it is Dimensional Barrier. I just had the appearance of
Stand by
it.
phase shotgun in the.
I'll tell you right now, Lucas, it is Dimensional Barrier, right?
The graveyard effects for Bohdan.
We'll confirm. It was here first, bro.
Bohdan
Dimensional
does
Barrier
have
face
a
down.
response there.
No, and
Maybe thinking,
this is
yeah.
what you mentioned before with the Sprite Elf. It's the strength of it protecting the cards it's pointing to from being targeted,
Yeah.
like showcase there.
Yeah, cards like Infinite Impermanence are not quite as effective. We are chaining the Tearlament Harvest to this. Similar play pattern to what Ethan did in the last game.
Hitting the couple of danger cards, and there looks like one of the Tearlament traps.
Of course, the way this relationship works is that Abyss Dweller will resolve before the cards are sent to the graveyard, or before the cards sent to the graveyard can activate. So again, Bohdan is now on
Guys,
the game plan.
Dweller should always be on.
Ethan was on last time, which is try to get to a 0.
Dweller should be on
Try to
2200 attacks. You keep it in attack mode, right?
not be able to necessarily
Good.
leverage his advantage on
Chat, I'm sorry about that, man. If I tap this tap this, I mute it. So
over the Abyss Dweller. And notably, Ethan has summoned it
I'm saying Dweller should be left in attack mode.
will be able to
Because if you keep the water monster underneath it, it gains 500 attack because it's a water monster, which means,
reason to play around with
chat, it's 2200,
Oh, like it's
and nothing can get past it unless you overlay, right? Nothing get past it. Now he's just inviting his board to get wiped by a weak hand.
Makes it harder for the
And
Tearlament
even though you got Dimensional Barrier face down,
destroy it by battle.
it's just not good, man. Ethan,
Next
you should have. You know what should have happened, chat? Bohdan shouldn't have known he was playing against Tearlaments, and Dweller should be in attack mode. Okay, 2200. Damn, that's toad big. Exactly, Inferno. Exactly.
This is high priority.
Removing
So
the elf.
now that the Abyss Dweller is gone, if Bohdan has access to a Tearlament trap card or maybe a Harvness in hand, he will be able to play during Ethan's turn, and this is exactly where you want to be. You know, the Abyss Dweller only stopped you for 1 turn, and now both players are back on relatively even footing.
Bohdan as well, importantly, looking at the traps that are in the graveyard to try to determine what the back row Ethan has is.
Yeah, very unlikely to be a Paleozoic Dynamiscus, especially because your battle resolved so cleanly.
So Bohdan just setting 2 cards and
Yep.
saying, you play now.
And if one of those is a Tearlament, Suliak, or Meta Noise, then Ethan's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. So if Bohdan's going trap control
He
here,
have a pretty good hand, though.
so Bohdan's likely to have the trap that negates effects monsters on the field and sends it to the grave.
Really impactful.
Do I think Boden's playing outshot in game 3? Samson, I actually think Boden's got a shot of winning this game.
Activate a monster effect on the field this time. He activated Shiren's effect in hand and Hardness's effect in
It's not clear that Ethan's winning this game. Ethan's actually kind of through this game. He's made it much harder for him to win. I mean, Boden still has a chance to win. He has a high chance to win this game. A high chance to win this game. Pay the cost.
Oh, it was a Gizmek
Let's go.
And,
Snow's gone. Snow's gone, chat.
We saw C play a lot in the European Championships, as well as YCS Rio.
Yeah, it's a very effective card to send to the graveyard.
Yeah, banishing, I believe, 7 cards off the top of the
Maybe you're scared of Zero Burst or TK? No. I mean, Boden just has a chance to win. He does for sure.
Alright, let's see what Ethan can do.
Chat, Boden's going to go far in this tournament, alright? Even though he's 2-1 right now, he is topping, okay? And he's going to run deep. I hope that's foreshadowing for next list.
Trap. He could be in trouble.
Oh, it's that. If it's a super polymerization, there's a lot of cards he could have.
I think he did actually draw the super polymerization, so it could be.
Snow's getting banned,
He's
bro.
going to the battle phase here, attacking
Has to get
the
banned.
Hardness.
They'll just put Nessie to
Again,
1.
checking the graveyard, making sure there's nothing surprising coming
They'll
up.
put Nessie to 1, chat.
Reading the field spell, making sure it doesn't increase the attack of Orochi, perhaps. It is not a mutual attack game. Only the controller of the field spell gains attack points.
Boden here just really trying to work out what that back row is. He wants to know exactly how to play it.
I mean, if it is a super polymerization, you know, he's probably just thinking like, do I want to fire it now? Can I just afford to hold it?
This could be super poly.
Yeah, there it
Yep.
is.
I think it's likely he uses his own monsters here and just doesn't touch Ethan's. He could potentially take the Gizmek Orochi.
My free Nessie just came in.
You want to use your
Oh,
own
man.
monsters.
RIP. Card's too good to be at 3.
Yes, and he is doing that.
Chat, do you want me to do a ban list a ban list prediction video?
And that's what I was saying. The ability to remove that Abyss Dweller there was massively impactful because super polymerization is not a card that
On
you
a future
can
stream.
frequently use to remove an Abyss Dweller. You can use it with a Rhino Heart to make Mud Dragon of the Swamp, but other than that,
And
it's
now as well with that Mud Dragon, he's got the rank 4 access again.
Like, I'll do it like on
and hey, for what it's worth, he's got target.
we'll do it Sunday evening on Monday. Monday stream. Sunday stream or Monday stream. Yes, please. Ban list prediction video. Yeah, ban list, please.
Find
Acting as a free fodder is so stupid. Everyone else does, so make some money. What do you mean make some money? Bro, I don't do this for the money.
Boden here,
I don't stream for the money, bro.
I think in every playthrough he knows.
I don't make content for the money.
I mean,
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
exactly what he
It's not
needs.
easy. Don't get me wrong,
one
it's
of
not
those really
easy, bro.
weird game states where both players have
Editing
different
takes a
effects,
while,
you know,
making the
playing
content,
games.
prepping the
So,
stream.
For a little while here, both
But
players
it's worth
were
it.
taking
It's worth it in the
actions
end.
one after another.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of back and forth here, but we are in.
I mean, looking at the current field, Boden certainly has the more impactful one. He's getting to resolve his Kikalos first. Ethan will be able to use the Hardness, sent off the Hardness to make a fusion monster. But by that time, Boden could maybe have a Predaplant Dragos Capellia on the field.
Chat, do you remember back in the day when we had written feature matches? Man, live stream is way better. Way better.
Boden also still has one
So not even
sent
close.
scrap card, as does Ethan Prestipino. Opting to send Shiren with the Kikalos. Looking to get another fusion summon here.
So now the chain links.
Yeah,
Go.
retaining Mud Dragon in the swamp there so that it has become a dark.
Just protect his monsters.
Don't think he would call fire or anything. So Mud Dragon can...
In case Ethan makes the boss monster target.
Your opponent cannot target monsters you control or it with the same attribute.
Well, it'll be written at Niagara. Will it? Again?
Tearlaments Shiren
It was written last time.
summoned first as
I played
his
there.
turn player. Boden's fusion summon put on the second chain link. Interesting to see what he goes for here. I think my priority would just be summoning either Kaleido Heart or a Dragosta Pelia. Both
Do you
are
think
quite
Curious is under the radar too? I think Curious should have banned years ago. Curious should have been banned 2018.
Nope. Thinking.
He's thinking about it.
I think Curious is the new in the format, to be honest.
So that
Yeah,
spell will
should have been a
be
long
able to
time ago.
activate if Ethan is able to summon a Tearlaments fusion monster.
So is the Guru coming down?
Interesting choice. Maybe just trying to leverage against maybe Ethan having a super polymerization of his own. But no cards in hand.
See?
So that's
Is Ethan still winning, chat?
He's now having this finally
No stream for Niagara, come on.
Yeah.
allowing him to fusion something.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
What a battle phase it's been.
Well, chat, I guess you won't see me on
Feels more
stream.
like
You
the
might
main
see me in the
phase of the battle
the
phase.
written coverage, but not on stream.
But that's just how Tearlaments plays, you know? They don't really want to play by anyone else's rules. They would like to play during, well, like during the battle phase, during the standby phase. Situations in which cards are not as easy to activate. Because if this was the main phase, Ethan could maybe, on resolution of all of this, activate a card like Dark Ruler no more and fade the field. But because this is in the battle phase, Ethan kind of has to rely on these triggered effects to actually build a board.
Niagara will probably be streamed. The last one I played in wasn't. It weren't streamed. It's Danger Fund all over again. Yeah, you say that again, Raid.
So we obviously we see Kid Carlos coming out, allowing Ethan to either add or send a Tearlament card from the deck.
Okay, so
to the hand,
Boden set a bluff
effectively.
with Super Poly.
He's choosing the right
Build spell destroy the instant fusion set. It really makes a difference when you have the field spell up and whenever he doesn't. Someone sucks some more Curious, just insane link freeze. Curious should not let you be as link material.
Yes. After all is said and done, there is
It
still
should
battle
say on
phase
it, this
left.
card cannot be used as a link material.
Running over the Mad Dragon with.
It's lol, it's
Magnus.
confirmed it will be. What, it'll be streamed? Confirmed it'll be streamed? Yeah?
Sure. So doing their best to clear the field.
Yeah, Kid Carlos attacking over Boden's one as it is not boosted by the field spell.
Yep. What a turn it was. Ethan in a relatively good position now. Most of Boden's interaction is done, getting to play a fairly uninterrupted main phase 2 at this point. Still have access to Kid Carlos' effect.
No, I looked it up, it won't be streamed. Damn it. Damn it.
Ah, I see. He wants to get the Merly into graveyard so that Kid Carlos is more effective.
Exactly that.
Yep.
Probably because it's in Canada, that's why. And it's quite difficult for their, like the production team that they pay for each event to
Also,
travel
one might
over.
note, the
It would have been
Tearlaments
too
card can
expensive, I'm
summon
sure. Or they'd had to get a
events
different
slightly
team to stream it. So it wouldn't have had the same quality or effect that they usually have. So they'd rather just do written coverage. Makes sense.
Now,
I mean, it's a good
in
PR
one battle
move, for
phase,
sure.
You'll have to forgive me, but these
But
players
it's not a great
are
marketing
hard to
move.
remember which Tearlaments have activated their effects. I do believe Harvin is fusion summoned. I don't think Shiren has been used.
The way I see it is, though,
Unless that was the one
if you're willing to announce and have a YCS in a certain location,
I know Harvin was
then it
used.
should be mandatory that that event is streamed, regardless of where it is.
Looks like you're right. Yeah, they.
This deck is incredibly hard to keep up with when you are playing against it. You just have to
South American events
visual, yeah.
should absolutely be
be in
streamed.
the booth paying attention to
100% should be a stream. That should be a priority on their list to stream.
Prestipino Drake's today as well.
Yeah,
It
we saw
hinders the
considered
growth
in,
of the game if they do not stream these
first
events.
turn of this game, but
Hinders it.
didn't opt for it. Not a particularly good card against the Tearlaments deck, just because of how many ways they have to.
This game is long.
But
Chat, this game is a long game.
especially when Boden is not playing with many cards.
Still have a normal summon.
I mean,
so they're right
I-
about,
if it's a nice card, chat, do you think?
also
Yeah.
comes down.
Chat, what do you think? Do you think this will make an
Maybe
appearance?
Ethan will go into a card like Topologic Zeragoras here.
I wish every event was. Me too.
I think so. I mean,
We had such a
What else
stacked
did I
top
like, Masquerade?
cut.
with
Yeah.
the dark, which
In a stream, that's crazy.
will be-
I don't even care if they do a smaller version without face cams. They why not just have it like this?
Bomber Dragon?
Like this, chat, you know?
Several choices for each.
Counting the cards left in this
Like
deck.
how they stream right now. Why don't they just do it like this?
No, but the deck is very capable of putting cards back in its deck. So
The
you
graveyard,
never really deck yourself.
yeah, completely loaded up in the grave.
Yeah.
Just having a look.
It does look like Topologic
Yeah,
Bomber Dragon.
Bomber Dragon. A card I would say we haven't, seen for a while. Orcus format maybe being the last time this card kind of was showcased, and it's back again.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this card, just because
Let's
it's going
just
to make
do
it very
that.
easy for Bohdan to potentially find a way to play here. Of course, the Tearlaments being destroyed by card effects is
Okay, cool.
not a concern of the deck.
Then again, there is still the unknown back row.
There's still that back row that's been there the whole game. Ethan has not used it yet. That's what makes me think it is a dimensional barrier. It is a two-sided card, and I think it might be something that he doesn't want to use unless he absolutely has to.
He's saving it like Solemn Judgment. But Ethan's hasn't really got a shot to win the game,
Still,
right?
I think anyone's game here.
He could win the game, but he's not winning the match, ever.
Go for
How
another try
Bohdan
with
is, though.
Topologic Bomber Dragon.
Boden's either drawing or winning. What the fuck? Chat, are you still here? Chat. What? What the fuck? What the fuck? Do you think? Chat. No. The stream ended. The stream ended, chat. It ended. What? We want to see the bug in play. Try refreshing. The end of the stream, chat.
Topologic Bomber Dragon only destroys monsters in the main monster zone.
Oh,
So
correct.
Dark is not destroyed here. He's actually just resolving Dark.
Yeah.
That actually seems way better, yeah.
I suppose it still dealt
Okay, it
with
works.
the
It's all good.
There, but
It did, and that's the thing. Like, the Bomber Dragon here kind of just killed his own Dragostopelia. It didn't seem that high impact, especially with no way to
Bohdan
trigger
did
it.
pass turn. And off the top is a Rhino Heart.
Yeah.
Needs to check his... Well, he needs to check his grave to see.
Oh, we've activated the mandatory effect of Bomber Dragon.
Boden might scoop up now.
Killed the Rhino Heart.
Boden
Destroying
scoop in. See?
Oh,
With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to be precise.
what's happening? Oh, is Bohdan conceding?
Because he's going to bug him
I
in
think
time.
Bohdan is conceding that because the
Because
is he?
it has to go to
Slightly
game 3 now.
confusing. It looked like he just picked his cards up.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
assuming so because it
He
doesn't
did
look
pick
like
his
they're
cards
catching
up, bro,
yet.
'cause he
They
scooped.
might be going- Yeah, they are signed.
Yeah, I
for
think
them, I
Bohdan just
believe.
decided that with so little time left in the round, let's just scoop these cards up. I don't feel particularly favored to get a win here.
Yeah, Sidon and an extra deck card as well.
Well,
Okay,
Could
it's
be
going to be
anything.
interesting.
2 minutes 36 left in the round.
Oh, we side an extra card.
yeah, Bohdan exercising there probably a
It's a link
strategic,
time card. Chat, look.
concession there, just so he
What's that
might have
called?
time to actually
What's it called?
play.
It's out of
Looks like an agave
Soul Fusion.
dragon.
time, bro.
Very interesting.
Good lord. 2 minutes
See
left.
if he can get there.
They can get there, bro. He scooped at 3 minutes, 10 seconds. I wonder if Bone will power shuffle, though. That one comes out. Draw comes out. Take draw out, bro. Take your nibs out.
I believe Agave Dragon then.
Take your instant fusion out, bro.
Oh, yeah. It also gains life points, so
Take your instant fusion out.
we may have identified the strategy.
Keep your super polys in. Do you think it's going to power shuffle, chat? Do you think it's going to happen? It's game 3.
So
1 minute and 36
halfway
seconds
through the
left.
rounds at the end of this one, there will
Bone
be
sided in a
another
time
rounds.
link card
23 of them
for winning
today.
time
The
to
last round
do it
tomorrow,
a
then comes
difference in
the
time
32.
and damage.
Yeah,
After-
make sure you join us tomorrow. That is definitely going to be where all of the marbles are held.
Oh, bro, we're
There's
back
a
tomorrow for
top
sure. It's top
32
cut, man.
breakdown,
Top cut's going to be good for
and
this.
will essentially decide the champion
No pile?
of this
Was that
Oceanic.
Lava Golem?
Right now, people still fighting for their chance to be a part of that top 32 and doing a good job.
Let's see. Let's see if he power shuffles. You might check.
We see that very quickly checking their side.
There's the instant fusion, it's gone.
Cards. The last thing you want is to be issued a game loss in game 3 with a minute left in time, right?
Yeah, quick shuffle them, Homo.
He just throws the deck. There you go. Have it, bro. Take it. Take it. Yo, Omar with the follow. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Just make it swimming.
Players. So both players draw in very quickly.
You got 44 seconds anyway, bro.
Standby phase.
No, this is
Yeah, we're on slightly different timers on the feature match table, so it It looks like Bohdan has made it to the main phase.
I think Bohdan knows.
Assessing his hand.
He's got it. He just needs to correctly sequence this.
Field spell to add
Ethan's
Tearlament card to
highly unlikely to have any responses in his deck.
Interrupts from Ethan, so
He can't do it.
Bohdan can assemble it.
Can't he?
You may see an Agave Dragon hit
I think he
it
can,
up.
you know. He can do it. Yeah, he can get Rhino Heart.
Yeah, so the time being called soon, they will get to play the phase out that they're in. Albion
Yeah, they
Shadow
they usually get a little bit
Dragon,
extra.
a branded spell from the deck to, or
But notice how time was called at 44 seconds, where the timer was at. So they're in main phase,
place
so
itself on the bottom
plenty
of
of time to get into main phase.
I don't think there are any branded main deck monsters, are there?
No.
No.
Bohdan doesn't need to rush anymore because time's called regardless. So as long as he plays at a reasonable pace, he doesn't have to rush. You know.
Got the Shadow now.
Okay.
Send in the Rhino Heart. Still no interaction here from Ethan.
No, I don't think he has anything, so this is kind of just me. Can Bohdan get there?
Okay,
I mean,
and the
his
trap
hand looks pretty good,
activates.
so I think we're going to see it.
You should get the level 2 here.
Of,
You should get the level
Rhino
2.
Heart on field to send a card from the deck to the grave.
The Murray, or whatever it's called. Did Bohdan only signal the trap? Did he only activate the trap?
I assume if you're Ethan, you're just going to sit here and wait.
Chat, this is why you should slow down. Okay, you're already in time. You're already in that phase. Don't rush. Okay, nothing's going to happen differently, right? As long as you're playing at a reasonable pace, the judges have no reason to give you a warning.
Essentially,
Okay.
the only cards we really want to see here would be like an infinite impermanence.
Did he use Did he?
That would be your deciding card in turning this game into a draw, which currently it looks like.
Yo, Jay-Z with the follow. What's up? How you doing? What was that first card? Which one?
And if you're Bohdan, you just
Oh, the branded
have to
card.
keep in mind, take your time.
It's a branded card.
Time has already been called, so at this point, you get to complete your main phase no matter what. Make sure you just don't mis-sequence these plays and end up shutting yourself out of your win condition.
So fusion summoning.
Branded in high spirits. Thanks, Vortex. Jay-Z, it's branded in high spirits, my friend.
Carlos effect will activate to either add the card to hand or send it. I believe you probably want to add here.
On the edge of my seat.
Yeah, Pokemon's big in this, bro. Here, look, more Pokemon cards in the deck box.
I'm just interested to see where this goes. I mean,
I'm going to look up the summoning requirements of Agave Dragon. 2+ monsters accept tokens. If this card is link summoned, apply these effects in sequence depending on the types of monsters in the graveyard.
Fusion.
Inflict 100 damage for each dragon, gains 200 attack for each dinosaur. All monsters lose 300 attack for each sea serpent, and you gain 400 life points for each worm.
oh, there we go.
Notably, Mud Dragon of the Swamp is a worm, as is Destrudo.
So milling off the top here. he's
Yeah.
probably
So you've
gonna
got to make
say the worm cards and a few other things.
Gotta make Mud Dragon
in the
first.
grave. We see the Eradicator go to grave again. That's
And then you
not
want to.
relevant anymore, but
Is it just graveyard or is it field as well?
Ethan patiently stood in there.
Yeah.
Ethan's just
At
praying.
this point, I think
Praying.
he's kind of concluded that he doesn't have anything for it, unless he is really holding an infinite impermanence for the last moment.
I mean, he potentially could be.
He
I
could.
think Ethan's just praying. He doesn't mill the bug, but he doesn't realize that
Of course, at this point, if you are Ethan, you are
There's
aware
this link
it's
too that
either
could
going to be a draw
gain an
or a
infinite
loss.
life.
So
Yeah.
your hopes aren't at the highest they've ever been.
You think he has imperm? I don't think so. If Ethan has imperm, bro, that's next level. But Mud Dragon should be up to protect.
Field spell to destroy it, sending it to the graveyard, activating its effect to reborn itself, and then
And then dump Murray.
send a Tearlament monster from deck to grave. And if this Merly resolves, that will give us both the material for an Agave Dragon and the worm in grave.
Yep.
And
Could you link? You
see
can link
Bohdan
off
starting to sort
the
of
worm.
accelerate his plays here. He knows he's going to go for it.
And these timers, eh?
There it is, Mudragon of the Swamp. Link 4.
Okay, so he's gonna link it away then.
Do you have the Imperm?
Because he can gain life and inflict life, right?
Oh, this won't. Well, he's turning off the Imperm with the Spright ult there.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, he's smart.
Summoning Curious?
Alf
Wait,
just...
has he got 2 ways to win in time?
Oh no, he'll be sending Snow to the graveyard to give the last.
Oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. And this plays around the Imperm, so at this point, yeah, I don't think there's a single card Ethan can have besides.
So Alf plays around the Imperm.
I guess would be the one card. Yep. We summon the Snow, or just summon the Shiren. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go,
TD
man.
Crow for the Dragon of the Swamp here.
There it is, the Agave Dragon.
Yep. That will, in fact, gain you some life points. So.
Ethan's gonna read it and react.
And we have Albion the
Ethan
Dragon,
expects
of
it's gonna
course.
gain life.
Why not?
Oh, there we go. Bohdan showcasing there, like, protecting the
And that will
Agave
prompt-
All right, Bohdan wins.
Session.
Bohdan goes on 3-1
There
chat.
it is. As I said, Ethan just waiting to see what
3-1.
exact brand of card is going to get
Ethan's
from
now
the
2-2.
one.
Likely knocks Ethan out. Ethan could win out, finish 6-2.
That was cool.
If his tie breaks are favorable, he will make top cut. He has to win out now. Bohdan's 3-1. His tie breaks will be pretty solid now. Bohdan can top on 6-1-1, 6-2 most likely as well, or 7-1. Okay. Easy.
With all those underwater Tearlament effects, right?
Yeah, we've seen some pretty cool text in your deck there. We saw the Branded and High Spirits. We saw the main deck Eradicator. What made you decide on those?
So I think the Branded and High Spirits is really well positioned. You know how people are doing a lot of stuff like cherries and draw? You're able to activate High Spirits in the draw phase, and that lets you do all of your main stuff, which is like kick flows, adding, and doing all of that, and that dodges cherries, dodges draw. And I thought that was better than like maybe something like Potted Desires. Desires kind of RNG, and you do still need to have a Mystic Mine out in your deck. I think Mystic Mine's really big in the format. I've a lot seen Mystic Mine stuff, so
Yeah,
that was the main sell point.
You said playing in the phases, and we saw there probably like a 15-minute battle phase, it looked like. How do you feel you approach the Tearlament match when so much is happening on both players' turns? Do you have a mindset going in?
I think going first, my deck is really, really good for game one.
For sure.
It's a lot
Absolutely,
of
yes.
Back and forth.
Eradicator.
I have to go second. And then post side, there's a lot more variables with cards like Mystic Mine, where people can let you start and have Mystic Mine in the deck and do the beat cop shenanigans, or they can have Dimension Barrier, Pointer of the Red Lotus, and stuff like that. My opponent had D-Barrier and Dynamistress, which is really, really annoying. So I was asking him, like, okay, I wonder what you're setting if you have like Dynamistress. I saw the D-Barrier, I was like, oh, if it's D-Barrier set, I had to figure out how to navigate that sort of thing. And there was the RNG mill with Havernus, which was really beneficial to him. I was hoping the card in his hand wasn't a real card, and I got to play the game. But that didn't pan out, so that was pretty rough.
We did see game one, you had a lot of real cards in your hand. As
Oh,
you
it was
said.
nice.
I believe Zephyros, Snow, and
Pretty
Destroyer to the
much.
Graveyard, as well as Eradicator,
Oh,
Epidemic Virus, Brandon and High Spirit. I mean, it was a real showcase of every single card you could just put into
As soon as
Tearlament.
I drew Branded and High Spirits, I said, "Oh, this will be good for the stream."
Great for
There's the
stream,
one
great
card
for
I want
stream.
to have to activate on stream. I think it's the
Yeah.
funnest card. Yeah, a lot of my friends have been testing it for a while. I think the coolest part is you get to play the D3S Frog.
That is very cool.
That is really
very
neat, yes. And maybe at one point your opponent might have multiple copies of Ronin Totem on the field, and those are treated as Death Frog, and you can super poly all three of them. That'd be pretty nice.
That would be very
It'd
funny.
be good.
We saw a very effective Eradicator Epidemic Virus in game one as well. How's
Yeah.
that performed for you today?
It's been good, and I think that's sort of where Branded and High Spirits sort of comes in as well.
Yeah.
If your opponent is using Eradicator as a Mystic Mine out, I think having the Chainable is really, really powerful.
Yeah.
I'm also there's some other cards that facilitate Eradicator compared to just having to trigger Danger Bigfoot or triggering a fusion to put a guy on board. So it's like a bit more efficient. But you didn't see them in the match, so I'll save them for later.
Yeah.
But it's been really, really good. Mainly to just cover the Mystic Mine. Obviously going second, it has a lot of issues, but I think it's good as a Mystic Mine out that I can draw after the fact. It allows me to take a monster off
Yes,
the field, which leaves a bare field. My opponent will have maybe a Mystic Mine with a beat cop counter. It'll fall off because of the Eradicator, then just die to its own effect. So that was the main goal. So
And these are the kind of things that going into a tournament with a unique deck, these you don't just put cards in it.
Pretty
it's
much,
like,
yeah.
oh, it might be good if I draw it. There are solid reasons.
I do like playing it, like as you saw my deck's 45 cards. Like I do like playing like a pile, but I think every card has like its sort of reasoning, like you said. So yeah, that was like the main selling point. Like this is remnant of the Danger Thunder deck. I really enjoyed that deck a lot, and I like this deck in the same respect.
I mean, it plays Fairy Tale Snow pretty effectively.
Pretty much, yes. Well, like a lot of my testing group had a lot of success with like the Danger deck, Fairy Tale Snow. Like so, it's big between us. We always look at it as soon as there's a new deck. Can we play Snow in it? And, oh, okay, I guess we can play Snow. We're milling
often, yes.
upwards of 15 to 18 cards on a turn one. I think we have to play it, so it's always good.
And yeah, we were thinking, obviously you've played a lot of events.
Yeah.
You went into this event pretty prepared with a lot of different deck decisions. What kind of advice would you give someone looking to top an event like this?
I think a lot of people make the common mistake of picking a deck based on its recent success, but not identifying if they have strengths with that deck. So if maybe a Spright deck won like a previous YCS or something. So let's say maybe European Championships is the best example. If people were playing a Spright version before Euros and they saw Joshua Schmidt's deck or something, and they were gravitating more towards like that version of the deck, that's fine. Well, you already know what the Spright deck does, and you sort of just have to alternate a little bit. But when it comes to maybe like you saw Rika win Euros, and you went from Spright to Rika, but with a relatively short period of time, then maybe the skill gap is just not worth it. You might make more mistakes with a deck that you're not as familiar with. So
He's right, chat.
You'll win more games sticking with what you know instead of looking at the
Except Sword Soul. All right.
decks in the format. Like you use that as your information.
Let's make that
to build
clear.
the deck, but unless you're a competent player and you played a lot and you know what all these decks do, I don't think it's worth doing in like a large tournament setting because
You're not saying
you'll
everyone should
lose
put
your
Brandon
own
High Spirits in their
mistakes.
deck,
Yeah. Well, no, that one's easy.
That one's good?
You
Okay.
activate it and you summon kick close. It's the best part.
That is true. You do get to do
So
that.
congratulations on the round 4 win.
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
I
And
appreciate
hopefully
it.
we'll see you again.
Why are
soon.
people
I
not
hope
playing
so.
Punk?
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's not good right now. I mean, it is good, but it's not good, right?